Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. Okay, just to highlight because today since I'm also teaching modular mode, so this video lecture will actually held during weekend. It is on Sunday around 10:50 a.m. morning. So yeah, I'm working 7 days a week. Right. So yeah, to tell this is our last topic, topic 5, issues on the entrepreneurship as the wrap up to all our topic. So don't be so sad. I think that you are will happy because this is the last chapter for our syllabus. Okay, so I'm Miss Noorsyalina Nordin. For those who are not remembering my name, uh, yeah, and of course, uh, while you listening to this video lecture, I believe this is almost our second last week. So meaning to say, it's almost another one more week before we end our semester, and I hope that you will not forget me, inshallah, right? Okay. Um, Today I just like this is our last class. It's like, but it's not last class yet. Okay. So in this topic, okay, we will learn. Okay, after studying this topic, the student should be able to, number one, define the quality as a business strategy, and then we will explain the corporate agenda. And then 5.3 entrepreneurship in the era of the globalization, and the last one, the issues in entrepreneurship is about franchising in entrepreneurship. So basically, this topic actually you have covered in other subject. Okay, as for example, quality, you have learned this subject in with Madam Suhana. Corporate agenda, this is issue that have been covered also in some class, ITB and also PPOM, huh? And then entrepreneurship in the era of the globalization. So of course this will be like our subject itself, and franchising also you have covered this in subject introduction to business. So that's why I said this subject is just recap back, but we will go deeper into details. What is the discussion is more lengthy, of course, because we go to focusing on the the subject itself. All right. So quality as the business strategy, put quality over the quantity. So this is mostly we have heard this quote before. We emphasizing on the quality first, okay, rather than the quantity, because when we are doing certain product as the business entrepreneurs, okay, when we come out with the new products, we come out with an like offering a new services. Of course, we want to make sure that the product and also the services will give something like quality, not something, but it's give a best quality to the customer. Okay, so that's why when they put like put quality over quantity, meaning to say in here we priority, put quality as a priority of our services to the customer. Of course, the customer looking into what is the best quality that this company afford to offer. All right, so we're moving to the definitions. As you can see from here, there is around 4. Okay, maybe I should yeah, like this, right? Or you still not see it? Okay, yeah, I think that's more smaller, so you can see the whole title and also, yeah, like this. Okay, quality as the business strategy. So according, they have 4 scholars here. Actually this is a prominent scholars, scholars yang terkenal dalam memberi orang kata apa, pandangan tentang apa itu maksud quality. So if you learn in Madam Suhana class, I believe that you have heard some of the name Joseph Juran, Arman V. Vegabum, and then Koru Ishikawa. So it's a combination between Western scholars, okay, Westerner scholars, and also Japanese scholars, okay. And if you see from what is being stated by Joseph Juran, quality has the certain characteristic or features in the products or services. So this is according to been stated by Joseph Juran, meaning to say quality have their certain characteristic. Oh, sorry. Alhamdulillah. Sorry, yeah. I just drink some, yeah, for the breakfast. Okay. So, certain characteristic or features, meaning to say, you put some details, okay, when they have certain products or services towards the product itself. The quality is based on the characteristic of the features. Example like handphone, all right? So people looking into what is the latest features that to convince the customer to buy the products, especially the handphones, smartphones, okay, that equivalent to the features. So the features and the characteristic is actually indirectly is about quality. When you have served the good quality of the product, of course the customer will satisfied toward it. Okay, and for the second one, Arman V Vagabum, okay, quality as an effort to fulfill the customer expectations. So he introduced the concept of total quality control, TQC, which encompasses overall organization functions in fulfilling the customer needs for the quality product or services. So in here, they're talking about how does this quality is we're looking into how the producer, marketers, okay, the manufacturer, when they want to embark, okay, they want to embark the strategy on the quality in here. Number one, they have to make sure the customer will satisfy, okay, and the customer feel that this product or services has some meet their expectation. And then number three, quality is about effort, okay, effort from those who are doing the job, doing the product, producing the product, and of course offering the services at the maximum quality. Okay, and of course when we're talking about this TQC, it's about total quality control, about the process, how we want to make sure that it can fulfill the needs and also the quality product or services. Okay, and the third one, Vagabond also stated quality is not determined by the company but by the customer, okay, meaning to say, I told you before, right? There is a two different between what is a customer and what is consumer. Customer is focusing on you are selling tangible product to him or her. But when we talking about consumer, okay, it's about offering the services to him or her. Okay. So you will be like, yeah, it's same meaning, but it will be have a different concept. Okay, all right. And then Koru Ashikawa, quality concept begins and end with the education. This is stated by Japanese scholar. He reiterates that a clear understanding of the production process is imperative to minimize rejection. So, of course, when we are doing, okay, when we are producing a certain product or services, okay, we offering services, we want to make sure that the product it have to the most excellent and meet the benchmark. Okay, why I said so, because we are talking about to reduce something like number one, error. Okay, we want to minimize in terms of waste. Okay, and of course the most important is to minimize the rejection, because when you're able to do some production line and then you're able to minimize the rejection, meaning to say you're able to control your production line to the excellent, to the most and utmost, okay, meeting the benchmark and also expectation towards the customer from you. Okay, so meaning to say these things, okay, we have to make the clear understanding. The production should have some clear SOP, for example, standard of procedure. How we want to make sure that the product, the process can minimize the rejections and also the error. Because when tendency the product to have some default or faulty, actually it will go with the end result will goes to the rejection. Are you get me? Bila ada berlaku kesilapan atau berlaku contohnya macam error lah, kesilapan atau produk itu salah, secara tak langsung dia menyumbang kepada produk tu akan rejected, akan tidak diterima untuk sebagai one of the quality product. So that's why in the company, especially in the production line, they used to have the quality controller, officer. This person in charge, the officer in charge, is actually the task is to make sure that every single quantity produced by the company and the manufacturer have to pass the certain standard that we call as quality standard, ISO 9000. So this is done by by the quality control officer, QC controller, quality control officer. So in order to minimize the rejection, all right? So we're moving to the next one, okay? The quality as the business, okay, various quality activities are already been executed in the organization, such as a quality control circle, QCC, quality management system, QMS, and then we do have benchmarking, total quality management, TQM, and then we also have TQM is a management philosophy that stresses the continuous quality improvement to satisfy customer. If I'm not mistaken, the keywords in Arabic we call as ikon. Okay, ikon meaning to say we have to have continuous quality improvement. When we do, for example, the first product, okay, the product should have some improvement. We do some improvisation. We move to the product 2. So product 2 is actually the result from the product 1, which is have many trial and error, and from that we improve to do because to the product 2. And product 2 will have also some error and default, and there will be have to have improvisation. They do product 3. Simple example like smartphone. You say why you have like Apple, we have iPhone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up to many series model, right? So do with the Samsung and other model of handphone, okay? Xiaomi, Redmi, Huawei, Lenovo, and other else, Oppo, whatever. So because this is continuous improvement, okay? Continuous improvement, quality improvement to make sure that they can satisfy the customer. When they improve, actually they upgrading the features. Are you agree with me? Yeah. So it's something like that. So its implementation will enable changes to be incorporated totally in order to develop excellence in the organization. Of course, because the customer will keep on comparing not only just the price but comparing the features. I asking my students in the class and including you, right? I said what? When you are buying smartphone, what is the most you are looking for? They might say and answer me, camera, miss, camera. They wouldn't say it's about cost. Cost is the last they will be think of that. Meaning to say cost is nothing for them. It's about cameras, the features, what's the functions, what is the latest that maybe do not have with the other model of other phone and other brand name. So this is the thing that they come into their mind. What is the quality improvement being made by the company, especially the company telecommunication. Yeah. All right. So we're moving to the quality as the business strategy also, but this is under um TQM, okay? They still stated Deming, Crossby, Vigaboom, Ishikawa, Go, and Rickway, 1994, have proposed 5 core principles in implementing TQM successfully in organization. Okay, for this one, okay, please refer to page 295 to 96 for further explanation. I want you to look into back because I do some revisation on the manual edition, right? So maybe, yeah, I can say no maybe, but it's will be have a different page number here. Okay, this slide still using the previous slide, previous edition slide. So make sure you check back because it's under topic 5. Okay, and no more longer this page because I already have more pages, okay, been added inside that. Okay, so under these 5 core principle in implementing TQM, we do have top management commitment, customer driven, quality cost, quality system, and also continuous improvement. Okay, maybe we should touch a little bit on this, right? So when we're talking about the top management commitment, we're talking about the esprit de corps. Oh, I use the term here, right? Esprit de corps means there will be like cooperation between all the top management, top levels, okay, employees, which is referring to the top level, okay, rank, CEOs, MD, managing director, COO, CFO, okay, those, okay, CMO will be included, okay, will be involved and also participate to make sure that the quality is number one. Okay. Of course, this is about total quality management. So that's why when they have this commitment, especially those the top level will make some policy maker, right? They will do policy maker. They will introduce why the reason we need to have this total quality management, why we should have the ISO 9000, because it's one of the requirement to make sure that your company, your organization actually certified under the quality production. If you ask me, if I ask you, okay, I see we do have ISO 9000 or not, of course the answer is yes. Okay, if not, your certificates, and also like degree certificates will be not valuable. Of course, we do know that we must have the MQA, Malaysian quality accreditation and blah blah blah, but at the same time we have to make sure that be certified by ISO 9000. If not, there will be total loss. Our education, the program that we serve you as our consumer, right, is not valid and not do not have any kind of value. So that's why the top management commitment here, they're playing significant role to ensure that how we want to commit to have this kind of this thing. So that's why we have to regularly, okay, like for example, like in one organization, they do have internal auditors. And for the IIC, I also one of that. Okay, okay, mashallah. Okay, all sudden, all sudden. Okay, so when we're talking about the internal auditor in here, they are playing some role. Okay, why I said so some role, because we do have to make up, okay, not to make up more like that, but to make sure that the company is following the requirement from ISO, of course the MS standard, okay, Malaysian standard for the quality improvement. So of course, from time to time there will be certain process they have to do something like cross check on the certain department, whether they follow or not, whether they meet the criteria, whether they have this documentation, whether they follow the flows inside their department. So every single department, they should have their own SOP, standard of procedure, to make sure that this is meet the quality improvement. Okay, so this is talking about top management commitment. Of course, Madam Suhana is one of the internal auditor too. Okay, and then for the second one, we're talking about the customer driven. Customer driven in here, not talking about the customer is driving a car, okay, but we are talking about the customer actually one of the factors influence us as like us, like IIC, we are the education industry, right? Services provided to all of you. So when you are doing something like continuing your study to our place, right? So you are the one of the main factor that we have to make sure that we serve you the right and the best quality, excellent quality, especially in the education, in the program that we serve you. For example, diploma in business admin. Okay, so this is one of the customer driven. Where is the latest right now? Do you do you know that many you after the not after, but we are currently in this COVID, right? Um, many colleges surrounding us, okay, meaning to say like not only in Tambang Batu Boda and area, the Klang Valley area have to be closed down because they cannot cope with the education learning like what we have today. Whereas we have the online learning, we still survive. I still survive because we do have this online method, you know. So many my colleagues, okay, whereby they are working in another private college and university. I'm not saying that university because mostly university they have very best facilities, right? Colleges mostly they do have the problem on that. Okay, because they cannot cope because they don't have ample like a budget to buy those what we call like something like this neo. And even though certain university also using like GC, you're not comparing with like school, because school, they've been provided by the government. Okay, the for example, like Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia, Education Ministry, they do have something like the portion from the government to give some okay, this is for like Google classroom. Okay, they have that portion. Okay, but like us, we are generate our own income. So that is IIC. So we have to actually make sure that the customer, as like you all, okay, together with us by having this online learning. Okay, someone is asking me, madam, do we have next semester still online learning? The answer, yes. Okay, we still have online learning. Okay, mm, but still, right now, even though right now, um, what the college have done is we have to make sure they have two modes, face-to-face classes and also online, because for those the students are living in the red zone. Okay, they have to be quarantined and they have to be locked down, especially in Kelang, if I'm not mistaken. So what to do, the class have to be proceed and we have two modes. So now lecturer having like, if you see like your lecture something like haywire, right? Because we do have these two modes in one subject. Okay, all right. I hope that everybody, like especially you and the all lecturers and all IIC staff, will be bear with these consequences and be strong. Inshallah, Allah will help us on this, right? Okay. All right. So the third one, quality costs. We are talking about, of course, when we want to embark, okay, on the strategy like quality, okay. Of course, it needs a lot of the costs, okay. And if you are talking about the quality is nothing with the cost, this is not true. It's liar, meaning to say you are not improving any quality in your product or services if you do not have any cost on that, because every single that we want to produce a quality product, we need some cost, that we need to make sure that the cost is involving in this process, and of course we're talking about the quality system. Of course, this talking about how the process quality system itself, okay, whether it's follow certain of SOP, standard of procedure, to make sure that the quality can be achieved. ISO 9000, ISO 14000, ISO 9001. So it's have multiple standard on here. So they have to make sure that the system is equivalent with what you expected from them. And then continuous improvement, like I told you just now, is about it can't, okay, it's about like process of continuous, meaning to say we keep on doing the improvement, not just stop until one stages that we maybe find out or identify certain default, okay, or maybe some error, and then we reject it and then you stop it like that. You mean like give up, I don't want to do this anymore? No, it's about continuous improvement, like us also, right? Why the reason Allah and God need us to change, okay? Because Allah said, right, in Al-Quran, Allah wouldn't change the fate of the people until the people itself is change their own fate. So we needs to change. We need to change, okay? That's why change management is indirectly is about continuous improvement. We're not totally like during what we call like what we call I do remember that time in Pyramid Giza, right? Like that guy, the bad guy there, right? Fir'aun, yeah, mashallah, Fir'aun, which is saying that he is God, okay, and yeah, he don't want to change himself. He don't want to believe that there is a God, okay, there is Allah there. But yeah, you see how the life is. So that's why we have to change, okay. We have to have the continuous improvement on that, okay. All right, so we're moving to the next one, okay. What is the next one? Orientation and strategy. Okay, what is this? Okay, according to the Stabbing and Pengeli 1994, is a complete management system whereby the customer satisfaction generated through the quality product and services and is determining factor in the survival of the organization. Of course, we have to make sure that we're providing a quality product and services. So that's true that we can remain and retain and survive in the competitions of the with the another competitors. Since the quality been used as the indicator of the excellence in an organization, and improvement in quality will ultimately result in reduction in cost. So when you do have a quality, you improve the quality in directly, they say in here it will be reduction in cost. Why? Um, what being stated in this statement is we able to minimize the rejection. Okay, so in terms of the process, okay, to produce quality product, at the same time, in the good things is we able to save a lot of the cost. So we don't need to buy the raw materials again. We don't need to go with the second stages of the process again. So we don't need to repeat it again because we already do once production, one times production, and it's success. And every single quantity is in the right track, in a good quality. And Japan is often quoted as example of nation which has the promoted quality movement among their businesses in the international arena. This is according to Gihani 1995. So um for your information, student, when we're talking about Japan, okay, we cannot deny, okay, it's undeniable. uh Japan have some one of the exemplar, can I say the example nations or country, they're able to show lead by example, some role in there. So some the example model of the country who implement the best quality. It's very rare to find out the product from Japan is totally like low quality. Okay, is I might say very, is very rare or is none. Okay, never. Because Japan, what is number one is about quality. This is what they have make some requirement, benchmark. Okay, stated that every single product or services that they are offering must be number one quality. Put quality over quantity. And of course, sometimes their product will be expensive, but the quality is number one. Okay, so they stated in here, due to the swift acceptance and effectiveness of the quality movement among the industry in Japan, a new concept of marketing through integrated quality and innovation have been developed. So this is Gehani 1993. So a small and medium in industry as MIS in Malaysia, quality movement is not widely practiced among the SME, SMI. Okay, quality movement is not being widely practiced. That's why our product somehow, I'm not condemning, I'm also Malaysian. So our product somehow they cannot meet a certain of uh, another competitors from outsider due to that. So they state also in here, from the SMI points of the view, quality is only significant important among the large organizations. So they ignore, okay, they have some ignorance towards this SMIS, because they are small companies, small and medium enterprise, whereby they are only just focusing on the large corporation, which is supposedly not be done like that, because to be large you start with small. You get me? So from the small we have to encouraging and highlighting, okay, highlighted more on quality, emphasizing, that is the right word, emphasizing more on the quality is first. So this reflect attitude among the SMIs that quality is an additional burden to the organization. So this is according to Howe 1995. If you see that I quote a sentence of the citation, Gehani, Go, and Howe, this is some support from the literature review. I do some research and some reading. So through that, I put into your notes here. So when we stated some point is have some supported, they have some evidence. People said like this, like this, like this. Okay. So the government is encouraging SMIS to implement the environment management system. So this is what we call I do mention earlier ISO 9000, and for the environmental management system is ISO 14000. So one such incentive is the Industry Technical Assistance Fund, ITAF, okay, devised specifically to assist SMIS in implementation of the quality management system in their organization. So for the company that have been awarded either the ISO 9000 or ISO 14000, these awards can be used as the tools in the business strategies to promote their companies at the international level. Once your company have, okay, this ISO 9000, ISO 14000, indirectly that can be used as one of your promotional tools strategies. All right, so we're moving to the next one. If let's say I think that this is not very significant and relevant to explain, and maybe you can read your own, okay, I will skip. All right, they stated in here, another current issue of the great concern to the SMIS is that of the occupational safety and health of the employees at the workplace. So it's about safety and health, SN OSHA lah. It's about OSHA. And lack of the concern among the employers for the safety and health of their workers will result in discomfort among the employees that in turn will lead to the reduced productivity, subsequently resulting in lower company productivity. Because they feel like this OSH, okay, occupational safety and health, is not so important. So that's why they will make some employees feel discomfort. When feel discomfort in term, they will reduce in terms of morale, especially they want to produce a high productivity, they will become like lazy, the tendency to become like high as absenteeism, or maybe there will be like high turnover. So indirectly will impact to the productivity of the organization. And they do not contradict any value system, but in Islam, quality had always been accorded a special status. So of course, okay, because we do have some yeah, of course we are international Islamic college, right? So I believe that some certain syllabus we do put some Islamic perception on this. So I hope that for those who non-Muslim in my classes, so don't be down, because this is for your added knowledge, and I believe that all religion is about the good things we learn, right? Okay, so this is also, we see some perspective what is equality in Islam. Okay, from the Islamic perspective, quality is a total concept. Total concept means is about overall, okay, because our especially our religion, okay, they have some we call the character on Muhsin. Muhsin meaning to say that is universal, okay, is universal, it can cope with any kind, is present, post, or pre. Can I say that? So everything in our kitab, in the Holy Al-Quran, okay, we're talking about previously, the old times, we're talking about the current times, and also we're talking about the future. Okay, so for those Muslim, don't deny it. If you are beramal, kan, kita kata we practicing it, we read it, we tabayun it, we tadabur. Okay, so of course we know what is I'm talking about today, even though I'm not good in this area, right? But I believe that when we read, we recite Al-Quran, every single is related about the life day, every day that we implement, what we our routine life. All right, so it encompasses not only relationship among the human beings, but also between human beings and Allah. So remember, I keep on saying this, I think that you also heard this, hablu minallah hablu minan nas. So you not only just have the relationship with Allah, with our God, but we also have the relationship with the human beings. In order to get some contented from Allah, we should have the contented with relationship with the human beings. Untuk mendapat reda Allah, kita kena dapat reda sesama manusia dulu. Be good to our parents, be good to our siblings, be good to the old people, be good to our neighbor. So this is talking about the relationship that that every single religion, by the way, every single religion is emphasizing on it. And then also in the quality in Islam, how it measure the quality in performing ibadah, khusyuk is the quality required in solah, right? Remember, I remember one of ustaz, okay, some of yeah, ustazah, right? They said what? They said every time when we takbir Ratul Ihram, right? Allahu Akbar, right? Um, when we start our solat, okay, we should have actually cut all the things, the business in this world, dunia, with the hereafter. You get me? Kita kena, once kita dah takbir tu, kita macam dah putuskan apa sahaja hal-hal duniawi kita dengan akhirat itu. Because once you solat, you perform your prayer, actually it's about you and Allah right now. It's about the world, you and Allah. It's the matters of how you and Allah. Okay? Like you meet someone, right? You want privacy. You don't want the other people interfere. So do like in Salat. So that's why I believe that every religion they have their own prayer, right? So when we pray, we believe that Allah, our creator, the God is listening to what we want to tell them. So that's why when you keep thinking about dunya, actually your heart is not every 100% is giving to your creator. Are you get me? You tak bagi 100% seluruh hati kita ni kepada pencipta kita. Jadi once you pray that that is the last prayer. You imagine that that is the last prayer that you want to pray. Bukanlah maksud esok tak payah dah semayang, bukan. Itu adalah semayang ataupun solat yang terakhir untuk kita. I talk to you, I also remind to myself too. Sometimes lah kan, we keep thinking, whether I already given the quiz to my student or not in Neo. But we are praying, right? We are thinking, our mind, like girls, women, please. Our mind is like my map, you know. So we are thinking like multitasking. We think, tadi kain dekat luar dah angkat ke, tapi baca bunyi hujan tengah semayang, okay? Because in terms of the khusyuk is out nowhere. Khusyuk tu dah tak ada. So that's why they said those ustads saying what? Every time we want to start with our prayer, we recite Surah An-Nas, right? Kul a'udzu birabbin nas, to make sure these are, because we have the certain like iblis, like shaitan, right? Is disturbing us during the performing solat. Okay, so khusyuk is number one. If you ever to khusyuk, trust me, you know, you will peace in your heart. You feel that there is another peace that you can find it until you really have that 100% of your determination to have your relationship with Allah. Hablu minallah just now. So khusyuk is one of the key. Even saya pun, saya tak cakap saya 100% khusyuk. Kadang kita manusia biasa. We are human being. Sometimes our mind is out nowhere. So try to khusyuk. Try to cut it. Once you start your prayer, cut it. Don't even remember. Because once you remember the thing, sometimes you forget your rakaat, right? I already recite my what we call the first or second or the third rakaat or not, or whether apa tu kita panggil duduk antara dua sujud kan, bacaannya dah macam lupa, ataupun ini rakaat akhir ke tak ke, dah baca ke, so tahiyat awal ke tahiyat akhir, so you see, this is the thing that they disturbing our mind on that. They is referring to the iblis and shaitan, okay? And sunha wa khawas, okay, meaning to say when we are performing the fasting, we have to make sure that, of course, no was-was, tak ada rasa was-was. Tadi saya termakan ke? Contohnya kan. So feel like when you are fasting, you have to confident, you have to believe, okay, that you are fasting. Okay? The difference between all those things, okay, if you realize all the things that we have done, right, fasting, you have to believe. Yeah, of course, every single things that like solat, fasting, even we performing hajj, this is all about our internal heart on how you want to perform these things, right? So of course when we fasting, it's actually talking about your spiritual. Okay, because we feel that we putting some empathy that how those the poor people, for those the needy, they cannot have some food, drinks. So you feel that the feeling like what they have, you know. So when we feel okay for the first week when we are fasting, you remember or not what how the situation are. You feel like very weak, yeah. And then when come to the second week, your stomach already adjusted, okay. And for those who are always frequently, okay, practice like you have like your own like kita panggil apa, puasa sunat, right? So mostly you are being practiced well. So your stomach may be like, okay, fine, if they were fasting during Ramadan time. But when we are maybe not regularly fasting, so there will be like problem on that, okay. And then mabrur, okay, mabrur not maboru, mabrur in performing hajj. We talking about whether you really have some said when we performing hajj after you going back you will totally different, okay, because from your what's the result from your what we call ibadah, okay, really shown from your attitude, your character differently. But actually it's about you and Allah actually, okay. I believe it because some people say yeah, maybe the hajj is not mabrur. We as a human being, we can actually estimate it, okay, estimate people, this is mabrur, this is not mabrur, this person is mabrur, because this is about Allah, okay, this is about Allah. Allah have their own judgment on that. It's not you to judge. Okay. I that is my point of view. Maybe you not agree with me. You may say, Madam, I see these people like, after maybe going back from Hajj still like before, no changing after all. Because we are not the right person to tell that, to evaluate that. Okay. And the last one, I think like paying zakat. Okay, paying zakat, of course, we want to make sure that is enough haul, you know, have listened that, okay. So when you have enough haul, cukup haul, so we will pay for the zakat, right. So like us, I believe that your parents too, like me, for those Muslim, regularly we paying zakat. Of course, we have to pay income tax, okay. But at the same time, remember, once you pay zakat, then income tax will return back your money to you, okay. Because what is the most important? What is the most obligatory as a Muslim? Paying zakat, because that is the pillars of in Islam. Kan itu dalam kita punya rukun Islam. So bayar zakat ke bayar cukai, yang mana penting? Yang peliknya kalau dekat airport tak bayar cukai tahan, yang tak bayar zakat tak kena tahan. Okay. Maybe I over emotion on this side. Okay. So this is talking about this. So if you want later, I just advise to you all, um apa nak cakap? I nak cakap, when you working one day, make consistently that you paying zakat, you to using your salary deduction. Gunakan. Kalau mungkinlah awak tak ingat kan, tapi dengan harapan saya bila saya bagi tahu dalam video lecture ni, awak akan ingat sampai bila-bila. Bila awak kerja, dalam payslip tu ada potongan untuk potong zakat. So don't feel like ruginya bayar zakat macam ni. Sebab nanti jadi banyak. Kalau bayar langsam, jadi lebih murah. Trust me, every single month you pay zakat, you do not know. Whereas, the money that goes to the zakat, the authority that help the needy out there, kan? Kita tak tahu. Kita membantu secara tak langsung pada orang yang memerlukan dekat luar sana, kan? Kita tahu benda tu. Kita bayar zakat. Kita bukan sesajalah nak pergi kat orang miskin tu kita bayar zakat. Tak. Because in Malaysia kita ada body, okay? Like kita ada zakat kalau KL, kita panggil apa tu? Mawib, kan? Mawib ada, kita ada pungutan zakat bawah Selangor. Jadi they are the right authority yang akan buat kerja tu. So kita lunaskan tanggungjawab kita. Okay? Paying zakat. Walaupun kata gaji saya kecil, Miss. Trust me, the rezeki you will be not stop until you die. Selagi nyawa manusia masih ada di kandung badan, tiba-tiba macam berpantun kan, awak akan digunakan rezeki selagi mana awak berkongsi rezeki dengan orang lain. Remember, every single rezeki that you get, some portion in your rezeki will belong to others. Dalam rezeki kita ada rezeki orang lain. Saya pegang benda tu. Dan insya-Allah and alhamdulillah tak pernah putus rezekinya. Allah dah bagi kiri kanan atas bawah. Kalau ada daripada petala langit 7 pun boleh kan. Cuma don't forget every time you get this rezeki, say alhamdulillah and keep sharing with others. Barulah awak rasa walau kecil mana pun gaji, it will be enough. Mesti nampak tak rasional kan Miss cakap ni. Miss, gaji saya 1,000 je Miss. Macam mana saya nak bagi orang lain? Tak semesti awak bagi 1,000. Awak kena bagi orang 1,000 untuk sedekah. Awak bagi RM1, RM2, RM3. Lagi orang yang perlukan. Motor contohnya kan hilang. Bukan hilang lah motor. Minyak tak ada tepi jalan. Berhenti beli minyak dengan untuk dia. Pergi kat tempat bagi dia. That is one of sedekah. Okay. Awak tengok mak ayah dia tengah sibuk ke kan. Macam nak. Yelah kadang-kadang nak cari. Awak selitkan sikit duit dekat anak dia. That is sedekah. Okay. Awak bantu dari segi energy, effort. Okay. Orang tu duduk tingkat 8 mungkin 7 tak ada lift. Barang banyak. Tolong. That is sedekah. Okay. Why I said so? Because he's talking about this thing. The quality. Because Allah looking in towards us, not because of you are wealthy. No. Allah see what is the true heart inside here. Allah tengok macam mana you punya iman. Okay. Allah tengok keyakinan you. Okay. So how your relationship with Allah, how your relationship with human being. So this is the thing that we assuming that Allah is like CCTV. CCTV is watching us. Macam tu. Okay, sebenarnya CCTV tu perumpamaan je. Tapi Allah is watching what we did, right? Okay, and then Muhammad Amin 1996 reiterates that there is a close relationship between the quality of ibadah and the quality of life, whereby any improvement in quality of ibadah will stimulate improvement in the relationship between human being and the universe. So, betul. Because the more you have the quality of ibadah, the more you have quality of life. I also said this thing because I remind to myself too. You do frequently, or maybe once a week, or maybe twice a week, tahajud. You wake up 3 o'clock. You have some conversation when you are praying with Allah. Tell Allah, help me in life, help me in job, help me in study, make my life easier. How I want to have Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabana in dunya and akhirat. So when you do have this, like we call has like talking to our creator, right? So you see the quality of life also changing indirectly. I'm not saying I'm the maksum one, no, okay? But I also remind sometimes our iman is like a roller coaster, right? Sometimes it will be futur at the downside there, but we keep polish it, right? Polish, okay, the quality of our ibadah. And you can see the changes. You will surprise to yourself, okay? And of course, tahajud or maybe do some, kita panggil apa, the prayer, not obligatory prayer. Obligatory prayer is must. Semayang wajib, solat wajib itu wajib. Tak ada kata macam benda tu tak apa, tak buat tak apa. Itu wajib. That is our responsibility, duty to Allah and Creator. But when you do something like extra, okay, praying extra maksudnya sunat, okay, that is something like to remind, okay, that okay, why not I do that extra because I do not know also whether my obligatory prayer is been accepted. Kita pun tak tahu yang kita solat wajib tu diterima ke tak. Bila kita buat yang lebih tu untuk menampung sebenarnya. Like duha for example, right? Don't miss duha. InsyaAllah, the life will be changed. For those, the newcomers for duha prayer, right? I'm talking about Muslim. I'm not just talking about the non-Muslim. Non-Muslim, this is a knowledge for you. So, duha is something that some people said is about like prayer to take to like what to pull, okay, to pull rezeki, right? But don't say that like in your mind like that. Actually, it's duha where time the people are busy, mostly, right? People are busy, so people will forget about the creator. Okay, waktu tu waktu sibuk orang kerja. Orang selalu akan lupa pada Tuhan waktu tu. Sibuk orang kerja dunia kan. Tetapi if you get some your 5 minutes, okay. Duha is not longer like tahajud or what, right? So 5 minutes you take only for your 2 times. 2 rakaat is 4 rakaat. You just have like Allahumma inna duha. Macam mana bacaan dia? Macam tu lah kan. You asking Allah help me, give me some rezeki. Help me, maybe you have some problem your work, problem with friends. That is the right time, alright? When you remember Allah, Allah will remember you more. When you chase Allah, Allah chase you, run to you more. Trust me, okay? Because we do not know, okay? Because the improvement of our quality ibadah will stimulate the improvement between the human beings and the universe. You will say that why all people are very kind to me. When you heard your friend say, yeah, this particular person is like this, they not treat you well. When you go, people like very pleased to you. This is all from Allah. What you give, you get back. Remember that? What you give to other people, sometimes you do not know which part that actually Allah see it. Allah will send some people to repay good things back to you. So that's why in life, let other people doing a bad things to you, but you do not have to do the bad things back to other people. Let Allah do that on behalf of you. Do good things because we do not know when we will go, right? Why all sudden I become ustazah? Yeah, I'm not ustazah, okay, but I'm just your friends, okay, to remind you and so reminder to me. Okay, when we listen up to like tazkirah, right? I like the things that remind us because sometimes we chasing dunia, sometimes we forget. There is a lot of things that actually we are lack, okay, especially me. I will say that sometimes go back to work almost to Maghrib, okay. Then we don't have ample time. We're already tired, exhausted, and then at night, sometimes we wake up. Sometimes we not. Yeah, when you wake up, why not you just perform your tahajud? But we go wake up and then just go to toilet and then just sleeping back. Sometimes I'm angry to myself. So when Allah already wake up me during that 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Why you don't go perform your tahajud, something like that, right? So I don't want you to be like me, right? But we sharing, okay? Still also learning. Okay, what the best thing? Keep doa. You keep doa. Any religion, I mean, you say not only just Muslim. You believe me when your doa, you believe that your doa will be listened by our Creator. Anggaplah doa tu didengar oleh Allah. Dan kalau you rasa you tak nak berdoa, you jangan berdoa. Kalau awak tak percaya dengan awak punya Tuhan, you tak percaya pada Allah, right? I always say to my student, if you don't trust your doa, don't doa. Meaning to say you are not trust your Creator. When you pray, when you have your doa, meaning to say you trust Allah will listen up to you. Whether it will be quick, whether it will be late. Dia cepat dan lambat je. But keep consistent, trust. Itu kita namakan apa dalam Islam? Kita ada keyakinan tu kan. Kita ada keyakinan. Bukan zuhud, bukan zuhud. Tetapi kita ada keyakinan. Kita letak dalam hati kita, Allah dengar doa saya. Tuhan dengar doa saya. Saya dizalimi, ya Allah. Saya dizalimi. Buka petunjuk, beri petunjuk pada orang menzalimi saya. Contohnya kan. beri petunjuk pada orang, saya buat kebaikan pada orang, bukan saya minta untuk orang tu buat kebaikan pada saya, tetapi saya meminta supaya Allah sentiasa menyayangi saya apabila saya membuat kebaikan pada orang lain. Panjangkan umur saya supaya saya boleh memberi dan juga berkongsi rezeki saya pada orang lain. Jadi doa seolah-olah awak bercakap dengan kawan. Saya suka sangat. Dan mulaikan doa tu untuk Muslim, untuk Muslim yang you start your pray with Al-Fatihah. You start with your pray juga with dengan baca selepas Al-Fatihah, adab dia kan, Al-Fatihah, and then you akan baca macam Allahumma doa macam tu kan. Kemudian awak akan baca juga kita kata apa, selawat. Lepas tu then you goes with your doa kan. Jadi Allah will listen to that. Okay, don't afraid. Sometimes ada yang cakap, Miss, saya jahat. Kan kalau dulu sebelum COVID lah kan, Miss ni macam Miss pernah cerita dengan you all, for those who remember. Sometimes I become like, I do not know whether I'm motivated or maybe they're comfortable with me, right? So they use like seeking like advice, or maybe they want to me like become a good listener to them. Okay, Miss, I'm not a good boy, I'm not a good student. Okay, I'm really like cakap lah apa dia punya kejahatan dia lah. Dia cakap tu seolah-olah macam Miss ni tak pernah jahat kan. Okay, dia cakap and then Allah tak sayang saya, Miss. No, don't say that. Allah love you. Okay, Allah love you all. You, me, and all the people that we love. But you don't forget Allah. You don't forget your Creator. You don't forget your God. Because once you forget, meaning to say you don't have trust. Macam saya cakap, kenapa orang yang tak ada agama, sebab tu dia rasa kosong jiwa dia. Kan, macam atheist kan, tak percaya pada Tuhan. Dia kata apa? Dia kata the world is become like automatically like that. There is no creator. Tu salah, fahaman yang salah lah. Kalau awak tengok baca-baca buku yang ada fahaman-fahaman macam tu, tinggalkan. Dia boleh menyesatkan lah. Okay. Kenapa jauh sangat saya ni? Sebab saya I do not know when is the right time I can talk like this to you all. I think only that chapter 5, topic 5, I can like this with you all. Okay, so quality in Islam begin with the quality of insan. Okay, so they state in here, according to Muhammad Amin 1996, the basic quality of work in Islam is based upon both slavery and caliph values, both of which are harmoniously and integrated. So dia kata apa, konsep the basic quality in Islam is based upon the slavery. Slavery ni kehambaan, and caliph value. So menyatakan kita ni adalah khalifah yang dihantar ke dunia, yang dihantar ke bumi ni untuk sentiasa ada dalam keadaan harmony and integrated. Both which are harmonious, integrated. Maknanya kita kena hidup dalam keadaan aman damai lah. But what happened today, yang perang sana, perang sini dan sebagainya kan. Because human being, when they have power, they have the authority, they have anything, especially money, they can do anything and they become arrogant, they become egoistic, okay, egoism, and then they will discriminate people, they will zalim to other people. So please student, one day you will become like somebody. Okay, I believe you will better than me. Okay, you will become a leader one day. Okay, don't do that. Even you have the power, even you have the what we call position. Okay, you have authority, you have money. Don't zalim to others. Okay, don't even do zalim to others, because we do not know. We will have husband, we will have children, and the world, this dunya is like ups and down, right? One day you are at the top, one day will be like a bottom. So one day you do people, and other day other people will do the bad things to you back. So don't do bad things to people. Memang bila saya bercakap ni macam baiknya tak pernah buat jahat pada orang lain. cuba untuk tidak berbuat jahat. Biar orang lain buat jahat pada kita, kita jangan buat jahat pada orang lain. Okay, alright. And then the role of human beings in the quality process require that they not only improve their talents, but also their determination and mobilization of their energy as mujahadah. So mujahadah ni adalah konsep yang mana whatever you do, okay, whatever you did in the process of you, whether you study, whether you walking, whether you any kind of the process you have the relationship with others, okay, you have to make sure that because of Allah. Your nyawa itu is because Allah. Mujahadah, okay? So you have to make sure that everything that you do, your niat, okay? Of course, sometimes I want people recognize me. Kita nak buat sebab nak orang tengok kan. Susahlah untuk kita buang dalam hati kita ni to discourage ourselves. No need to get recognition from human being. Sebab because we are talking about self-actualization. We talking about self-esteem. Kita ceritakan tentang sikap manusia yang suka pada puji-pujian. Okay? So, if you can tackle your heart, okay, do something like sincerity. It's not because of to please people, to make people recognize you. And because of the sake Allah will see you what you did. InsyaAllah, you will go for this mujahadah. Memang susah. Memang bukan senang. Dia sangat susah. Sebab saya cakap macam ni sebab macam mana kita nak bersedekah dalam keadaan orang tak nampak kita bersedekah. Tangan kanan, right hand doing donation or charity, doing good things. But imagine your left hand is no nothing. Tak tahu pun. Difficult, right? So when you do a good thing, like you want to hide also your sin. Faham tak? Bila kita buat kebaikan, ibaratkan juga seolah-olah awak menutup awak punya keburukan. Menutup awak punya dosa-dosa awak. Macam tu. Okay? Maksud means kita kena buat dosa, lepas tu kita tutup dosa kita. Bukan. Maksud saya macam ni. Apabila awak membuat dosa kan, kita tak dedahkan dosa kita tu. Jarang lah kalau melainkan dah nampak terang-terangan. Jadikan macam tu bila awak buat kebaikan. Okay? Allah tutup aib kita. Selalu ayatnya kan. Allah, the God is close our aib. So if we can do a good things also, but also we hide our good things, so kita akan go for this mujahadah concept. Kita buat kebaikan seolah-olah tak ada siapa yang nampak pun kebaikan kita tu. Selalu kita cakap, kita buat baik pun tak ada siapa nak appreciate. No, it's wrong. Because yang appreciate is Allah. Okay, trust me on that. Okay, and al-mujahadah concept will lead Muslim to strive for quality and excellence in their work, not only to meet customer need but also blessing from Allah. So, bila you buat satu, kadang-kadang you buat kerja beria kan. You do something assignment ke. Orang lain tak buat, orang buat simple je. But you do more, extra effort. And kawan you cakap tak payahlah susah-susah sama je markah. No, because when you do more, actually maybe your lecturer is not recognize your work. But Allah will recognize your effort. Sebab Allah tengok pengakhirannya. So, awak jangan expect macam quality, excellence ni hanya kerana kita nak dapat puji-pujian. Buat je. As if that is the last work, the best work they can do. Tak apalah, orang tak puji tak apa. Tapi bukan senang lah macam saya cakap tadi kan. Alright, so in Islam, ihsan encompasses sincerity and itqan. Baru cakap tadi. Insan ni, dia emphasize dari segi keikhlasan, ikhlas kita, sincerity and also itqan. The entrepreneurs must be sincere in their duties for the sake of Allah. Jadi bila kita buat satu kewajipan kita nak supaya mereka ni adalah ikhlas. Apabila dia buat sesuatu tu ikhlas kerana Allah. Sekejap kaki bis dah lenguh. Okay. So bila kita membuat sesuatu, our duties for the sake of Allah, when people is not recognize us, as I mentioned just now, as I will discuss just now, we will feel like nothing. Tak kisah pun kalau tak ada orang puji. So the profit is not ultimate aim. Keuntungan tu bukanlah kita kata kita punya goal yang utama. Okay, but itqan means excellent and also it benchmark. Jadi itqan ni lebih kepada yang kita kata excellent ni yang cemerlang lah, dan dia ada dia punya benchmark. Benchmark ni bermaksud kita ada dia punya kayu ukur, penanda aras. When you do something, how to get A in entrepreneurship subject, you should have 85. That is benchmark. At least you get 50 for your carry marks and 35 for final exam, then you get 85, then you can get benchmark. That is A benchmark. Alright. And then the concept of the continuous improvement and the ISO 9000 or BS570 certification are manifestation of Iqan. Jadi dalam Islam kita tak adalah sampai kena ada certificate ISO dan sebagainya. Tetapi ISO 9000 itself actually dia manifestasi from the concept of Iqan. Itqan tu. And emphasize on the ISO 14000 is a manifestation of the harmonious relationship between human being and the universe as the advocated in Islam. So kalau awak ada dengar lah, kadang banyak sebenarnya kalau kita boleh kupas tentang, because ISO 14000 is about universe, right? So when in Islam, we emphasizing that as a human being, do goods with the universe. Do good ni macam mana? Tak boleh ada pemodenan ke, pembangunan ke? We can, but we not doing a very extensive and excessive. Jangan terlalu terlampau. Contohnya macam tak ada pokok langsung dah dekat taman perumahan tu. Semua ditebang untuk construction, untuk perumahan. No, so you can't do that. Because in ecosystem, we need their, like, you remember we learn like science subjects, right? There is like between the universe itself, okay, between the plantation, they have the photosynthesis process, and then we need oxygen, and then those things actually they used to have dia lepaskan oxygen, and then we need carbon dioxide, and then needs carbon dioxide. So we have the symbiosis relationship with them. Okay, and can you see what is happening right now? Actually, it's about because the process of the relationship with the universe have been breached. Apa yang berlaku sekarang, COVID-19, right? Because they used to eat like this, what we call bat, okay, Batman kelawar kan. And then they do some, you realize or not, during the COVID-19 at the 3 months, okay, total lockdown, and you can see all the skies is blue skies, and all the plantation fruits is being grow up very nicely. It's become natural, okay, because there is no even all these constructions, okay, activity, and the most prominent, okay, area ataupun countries with the extensive, okay, of this thing is from China and also Europe countries. Negara yang paling banyak melakukan aktiviti-aktiviti yang menyebabkan, and there is actually like red zone in there, right? So once during the 3 months during the COVID, okay, you remember or not, during the lockdown, okay, this area is start to have like from red zone become green, because nothing, nor even any activity been done. So when it come back like the normal, because they have to proceed with all the industrialized and so forth. Okay, and even Kuala Lumpur right now, I see some haze. Ada jerebu kan, kita cakap bila jerebu ni. And KLCC tower is like T-Rex building also like nampak macam it's not so clear, macam kabus dia semua kan. See? So this is the thing, okay? And what to say, okay, I remember Nabil, you know Nabil or not? Nabil Ahmad nama dia kan. Nabil siapa pelakon tu kan, yang pelawak tu. He said what? It's something like to give like eye opener to me and brain opener to me too lah. Dia cakap apa? The human beings, manusia sekarang ni is like during Musa time, Nabi Musa time. Okay, remember during that time actually those people have been put into the fire. Okay, put into the fire, and all of a sudden Allah saved them out from the fire, and then they do something like a bad things again. Dia orang dah kena masuk dalam api ni. Kemudian Allah dah selamatkan. Bila dah selamatkan, lepas tu mereka lagi buat kejahatan. Jadi tak ada, you know, macam mana nak bagi tahu? Ini yang berlaku lah sekarang. Zaman COVID ni. Okay. We already been tested during the COVID. Supposedly we put some strategies. Maybe we can lessening. Kita kurangkan activity that can actually make some this kind like pollution, right? But we keep on having like these things more and more. Okay. And then all of a sudden, now we've been actually tested again with this COVID. Because we not take like lesson learned from the first that have been happen. Mungkinlah awak tak setuju dengan Miss cakap ni, tapi saya tersentak dengan seorang, ialah seperti Nabil kan. Dia pun is very good, also good man. Bila dia bercakap macam tu, is like, yeah, betul. Kita seolah-olah macam tidak bersyukur. We kufur nikmat. Okay, what we got before. Okay, and then dia kata kat sini, to give more than what is expected by the recipient and consequently please the customer. One of the concept TQM is a practice in Islam that is proposed to debtors when they settle their obligations. So these are example of Islamic teaching which are parallel to the TQM concept. And in Islam also teach that sincerity and devotion to Allah lies in benevolence. So yang ni ada ayat dan seterusnya, tapi you boleh rujuk dekat dalam manual long notes Miss. Jadi kita kena ada semuanya yang diajar dalam, bukan saja Islamic teachings lah, tetapi semua agama. Okay, kena ada seiring dengan TQM, Total Quality Management Concept tu. Yang mana kita kena ada sincerity, keikhlasan dan devotion. Kita meletakkan seluruhnya kepada Allah. Jadi mujahadah tadilah. Kita letakkan apa yang kita buat tu, kita nak supaya kerana Allah, bukan sebab manusia. Tapi susah. Kalau saya cakap pada awak semua, mesti susah lah Miss. Kita mesti buat, kita nak tunjuk pada orang. Cuba buang, kikiskan benda tu. Merasakan supaya tak perlu pun ada puji-pujian tu. Tapi it takes time, but you can actually practice it. Do it sincerity. Okay, and we moving to the second subtopic is about corporate entrepreneurs. Okay, saya rasakan macam saya nak berhenti. Okay, dan saya akan buat another more video for this 5.2. So because it's almost 1 hour, you know. Okay, so I don't want you feel like, oh, it's too lengthy with this video, right? So we give like by subtopic. If let's say we have 4 subtopic, we have 4 videos for this topic, inshallah. But yeah, I will stop by right now here, and then I will continue back. Okay, yeah, of course. I have to continue because for your sisters and brothers in modular mode, and so do with our full-time mode, inshallah. And yeah, I will continue later. Okay, thank you. So be right back.